Hello everyone, this is Mr. Toku. So we're gonna do our Super Sentai tier list today. So this is basically based on how much I like the show. Now there are shows I've been seeing, so I'm gonna put those in order right now, just really quickly. Hopefully I have time to watch all these. It's hard to manage my time with school and stuff like that, but I'm trying my best, so hopefully it's worth it. Oh, they don't have Cure Major on here because I haven't finished yet. And put you here. All right, so I'm gonna explain the ranks. You guys know S is good, A is pretty good, B is above average, C is okay, and D is not good. So let's start with Jacka. This show was A tier in the beginning. It was a crime drama. It was great. It had drug dealing, and it was really cool to see that 70s mystery aspect. It felt more like a police show. And then they introduced Big One, who was the best and worst thing of the show. It's kind of hard to say because he made it a comedy show. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the change of tone. So for that, I'm just gonna put it in an average tier. It's very good beginning. Yeah, it gets boring, but I think the ending is not good, especially. But hopefully hopefully you guys can like it more than I do. Again, this is all my opinion. Yeah, your opinions matter more than me, but whatever. It's okay. I'll try my best to concede, and please be respectful. Battle Fever. I did not like the show. I hate the suits. I like Kenji, but that's it. It was very goofy and wacky. I didn't really like it. This is a hot take, Danzy Man, for me. This was a good show actually. I kind of enjoyed it. The reason I enjoyed it because Machika Soga, we had Green, yeah, the rest. Oh, Kenji Oba's back, but they're like red, yellow, pink didn't have a lot. I think the villain stole the show, so for that I'm gonna put this in B tier. This is a terrible show. Don't watch it. I really highly recommend you skip this season. It is a very, very bad one, because the villains had no purpose. Basically, they were just there to fight the heroes because they need something to fight. And yeah, Change Man. I'm gonna put it in A tier. It's not S for me, because the heroes were the blandest, bland, or the bland. But the villains were good. I like Booba. I like Shima. I like even the main villain was kind of threatening. No, Princesses. This is already a GOAT tier. This is like I would make a GOAT tier, but nah, I don't want to. This is my favorite Sentai of just all time because it had great characters. The cast was interesting. The villains were great. The fights were great. I'm just gonna put that here. Live Man's an A tier. I'm gonna put this above Change Man in my opinion. Live Man's great show. It's not S because Black, Green, and Kemp. Yeah, I don't like Dr. Kemp. That's a hot fucking take in the Toku community. Because I love Hitaka Hirose, but this one he felt like a bland villain. Even though in the end he got really cool with the brain stuff. So I think, but overall I love this show. This was a fun show to watch. It was just it's just a great Sentai to watch. It just objectively. Five Man, I'm gonna put an average tier. A lot of people don't like the show. I think because I went in with such a low expectation, I kind of liked it though because some of the characters were great, like Yellow, Pink, Billion was great. The final villain was a bit weird. I'm not gonna spoil it for people who haven't seen Five Man. So yeah, but it was a bit weird at the end. It felt bad for Goroa too. Why did they waste his character like that? Jetman. Ooh, this is gonna get me some hate. I'm gonna go put this in A. The reason? Blue and Yellow. They had nothing, honestly. They were pushed back in the latter half, and I love everything else though. I love the villains. I love the story. I didn't like the romance as much because it felt weird because like as soon as Maria died and then oh sorry, spoiler alert. This is a huge spoiler alert for Chapman watchers. Please, you can just skip a few. I think like, but anyway, we're just gonna go to the next one. Deka Ranger. That's in. Ending in Ko. Now the ending was, it was weird even for Sentai, in my opinion. It felt cheap. Because it was cheap. I didn't like. And Ko was a weird Six Ranger, like the kid thing. This is the first Sentai I watched. I have bias towards it, but even then, I didn't really like. Ko's story was fine. He had the thing with Akamaru and his mom, so. But I don't know. The ending felt really BS. The fact that they were all clay, like mud and shit. It was weird. Deka Ranger, this is at the top of B. Because of Yellow. I did not like Yellow. I don't like Yellow. He was annoying. But and everything was good. I mean, it got boring at some points, but when Tsuruhime got focus, and then the Flower Konichi gang, it was really cool. And I really liked the show. Deka Ranger. Ooh, this is a hard one actually. Bottom of B. Because that ending was weird. If I talk about the ending, it was a bit weird for me because like it was a comedy show that ended in a comedic bang, so I guess I'll give it that. The romance was pretty funny too. That's cool. This is our second S here. We have Mega Ranger. It's a good show. Don't mind the noise in the background. I'm just gonna get myself through. But yeah, it had a great cast. It had a great story, great characters. I love this cast. Ooh, another S. Time Ranger. I'm gonna put this here. This is a great show. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna put this here. The reason I love the show, all the characters were interesting. That was the first Sentai where I saw like, wow, the heroes got focused like a crap ton actually. You know, we know their backstory. We know some of their issues. You know, the villains were okay. They worked for the show at least. They were criminals, and each monster of the week was interesting. It wasn't like, oh, you're this sport, you're from this. No, it was like they were in prison and they just wanted to do their things, and then there were some monsters where they didn't want to do harm, which was really cool. Deka Ranger, that's an S tier. That's gonna be right here. Deka Ranger is a great show, very episodic, but I love the episodic nature. It's a crime show, so you can't bust like one person and then crime's all gone. No. You need to keep going and going. And then there wasn't really like a true final villain. I mean, Agent Aborero was just like he was just there until the end. I think that's what they're trying to go for, but I think it worked, and I love the show. I love the cast. I love the characters. The villains are in my opinion, but now this is gonna get me the most hate. I think this will definitely get me the most hate because I know a lot of people love this show. This is gonna go in the C tier for me actually. I found it very boring, actually. Okay, don't get mad. I'm not gonna put this in D tier, but I didn't like some of the characters. I didn't like Yellow and Pink. They were But then again, if I look at it again, the 13 gods make it B tier. Oh, I don't know. It's just here. Yeah, they should be like a C plus, but I'm gonna put this at the top of C actually, and put Jack at the bottom of C. Yeah. Bokenger, A tier. This is a great show. I'm actually gonna put this and put you here. Yeah, and then put Jetman here. That's a hot take. A lot of people are gonna get mad at me for putting Jetman in A tier, not S tier. But I think Bokenger was great. It felt very different for me because the four, it was like 4 villain groups, which made it really cool to watch, and it's cool to see. And you know, the villains working together was also pretty interesting to see. Now we're gonna go for Deka Ranger. Because the heroes, but the villains, long, fuck. I'm gonna put this in a B tier show. Deka Ranger is B tier because of its heroes, specifically yellow and blue, because, and maybe to an extent Geki Violet, because Geki Violet was like there, and then they introduced Ken, and then he got relegated to being a background character at least, but then that final fight though, that makes it 18 here. Yeah, this is the, we're gonna, yeah, okay, there we go. Shinkenger, great show. Love this cast, I love the suit, I love the villains, they had a great story. Yeah, they didn't do much, the villains, especially Dokuku. He was kind of useless throughout the show, but yeah, I'm gonna put Shinkenger in S because it's a great show to watch. And this is the only this is the one Sentai with Jetman and Flashman where I've watched it like 2 or 3 times. It's a great show. This is another. This is one of my least favorites. And Goggle 5's worse, but I didn't like Ghost Ranger. It was boring. It felt weird. It was very bland. It felt bland. I don't like the suits. I don't like the power-ups. I don't like the mega. I just don't like a lot of things about this show. And really the aesthetics. That's an obvious S tier. Okay, anyway. Gokaiger. Great show. I love the cast and everything. I love the act. The acting was great, but I love the fact that it was a cameo, but I would want to put it in A because of its villains. Its villains weren't that great. But the heroes just make it S tier for me. Lupat was B tier. Because a lot of people say Lupin Ranger got more focus, and I could see that. But the Power Rangers also had their good moments too. Do I put this above Car Ranger? No, Car Ranger was a better show for me. I don't know. I didn't like the villains were really like generic villains. They're like, ho, we're gonna get this, and then the Lupin Rangers get the item, and the Pat Rangers. But what I liked about the show, I like the fact that it's 2 Sentai teams versus each other. This is something concept that I never even thought would be possible, because kids don't want to see the heroes go against each other. They want to see the villain go against each other. But I think it's very cool and unique, and I think this is cool. Okay, so I'm gonna rank these in order, and then I can blend in. I don't need to make a top 10 video. I can just blend in here. Haha. Flashman number 1, Shinkenger. Yeah, okay, yeah, perfect. This is a perfect. Yeah. Actually, this is amazing ranking. Actually, yeah. Now, but there are Sentai I haven't finished, like Hurricaneger, Alba Ranger. If I were to go Alba Ranger, I would put it here right now, and Hurricaneger the same tier. But I haven't finished these yet, so I don't want to rank them yet. So be aware. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Sentai compare it. I mean, I haven't seen that much Toku because I've only watched it during quarantine because I had nothing to do, but then I got back into it. So, but it was cool. A lot of these shows introduced me to the world of Tokusatsu, especially Gokaiger. I saw a few clips of Goldbusters, a little bit Shinkenger, Deka Ranger, Die Ranger. It was really cool to see, because back then I thought Power Rangers was like the only cool thing, but now I saw Sentai like, oh, this is better than Power Rangers. That's cool. So yeah, this is my definitive ranking, my opinion. This is not official. This is not anything to be crying about, but hopefully you enjoyed it, and subscribe, follow my Twitter, and next week we are going to review Kamen Rider Kuga. I'll see you to then. Bye bye.